Hello and welcome to my kitchen. In this video I'm going to show you how to make rajma, which is a kidney bean curry, and it's really full of protein, very hearty, and a great meat substitute for vegans and vegetarians. So let's get cooking. Now for this recipe, I'm using 1 cup of dried red kidney beans. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to soak them overnight in some water. And you want to make sure you have plenty of water. Then in the morning, we're going to drain out that water and then give the kidney beans a good rinse and then put them into the Instant Pot. I'm going to add 2.5 cups of water to the kidney beans and then set my Instant Pot to cook on a high pressure for like 12 to 13 minutes. And then we're going to let the pressure release naturally. Now, if you don't have dried kidney beans or you're in a hurry, you can always use a can of kidney beans. So if you're using cans in this recipe, you're going to need 2 400-gram cans of red kidney beans. And then go ahead and drain out the water that the kidney beans come in. Now we're also going to need 1 medium onion, 2 medium tomatoes, a tablespoon of ginger, which you can either chop up or grind up, 4 cloves of garlic, and some of my garlic are different sizes here. So what I've done is I've kind of added a medium one and a small one together to make a large garlic clove. So we need 4 large garlic cloves, 2 green chilies, and you can use more or less, depending on how hot you like your curries. And what we're going to do with those ingredients is we're going to grind them up into a paste. So first we're going to grind up the onion into a paste in my Blendtec. Then I'm going to grind up the tomatoes along with the chopped up chilies, ginger and garlic and make that into a paste. So my onions and tomatoes are blended. So I've got those ready, and I've got a 3.5 quart pan here. So I'm going to start my heat and heat up the pan a little bit on a medium heat. So while the pan's heating up, you need 1/4 cup of fat in here. So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of ghee and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You can just use 1/4 cup of olive oil or any other oil that you prefer. Once the ghee's melted properly and the oil's heated up a bit, we're going to add a cinnamon stick, and we're going to let that sizzle in there so that the flavors of the cinnamon get into the fat. Okay, the cinnamon stick is sizzling nicely in there. So I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of cumin seeds. And I would have added my fresh bay leaves in there, but because they spatter, I'm going to add them later. If you're using dry bay leaves, go ahead and add them in there. Let that sizzle. Then we're going to add the onions in. And 2 bay leaves. So we're going to let this cook and fry until it's slightly brown. So you can see that the onions have got some color now. They've turned slightly golden brown. So now we're going to add in the tomatoes along with the pureed ginger and chilies and garlic, and stir that in. I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1/4 teaspoon of red chili powder, and you can add more if you want it more spicy, 2 teaspoons of coriander-cumin powder, 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt, and you can adjust that to your taste, and 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, and stir that in. I'm also adding 1/2 teaspoon of Garam Masala, or you can add Rajma Masala if you like. So I'm just going to let this cook until the oil starts to come on top. And I'm going to cover it because this does spatter. So this is now ready. So I'm going to turn my heat off while I check my kidney beans and make sure that the pressure has released. So this can just sit here. So the pressure has released, and it takes a good 30 minutes to have the pressure release. So I'm going to check the kidney beans. Okay, good. So they are cooked, and you don't want them really mushy, otherwise your curry will be really mushy. So you can see there's quite a bit of liquid, extra liquid in here. So I'm going to take this out into a bowl and just reserve it, and that will be the liquid that I add if I need more sauce in my curry. So my sauce is ready and my beans are ready. So I'm just going to add some of the liquid and all the kidney beans to the curry and give that a stir. I'm going to start the heat on a medium heat and let this simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes so that the sauce and the spices can get into the beans and make them super tasty. And then if I need any more like sauce in here, I'm going to add the reserved liquid. So I'm letting this simmer on the number 3. Now, if you used canned kidney beans for this curry, you would have drained them and rinsed them, so you won't have any of the sauce left over from boiling like I did. So what you're going to do is you're just going to add some water, some hot water, enough so that the curry is the consistency that you like. If you want more sauce in there and the thickness of the sauce looks a little bit runny, you can take out some kidney beans in a spoon and just crush them, and the starch from the kidney beans will help thicken the sauce. So just get it to the consistency that you like it. Be sure to keep checking on the curry to make sure that it doesn't stick at the bottom. So this has been going for about 10 minutes and I think it's ready. So I'm going to turn off the heat and then just go ahead and garnish it with a bit of coriander. And the Rajma curry is ready. So there you have it, a delicious Rajma or kidney bean curry, and it's healthy and very hearty. And most people enjoy this with just plain basmati rice, or it's good with paratha or any other breads that you'd enjoy. So definitely give this recipe a go. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you again soon for some more cooking inspiration.